3-4 years ago, to store a single gigabyte would have cost millions on chain. So what we're trying to do here is have AI become a public good. So think about it. What do you use nowadays? You use ChatGPT, you use Gemini, you use one of these black box services where you don't know how they're leveraging your data.
How have I not heard about this project before? This is super cool.
We don't see anybody as a competitor. We're all here to create a better future, a digital future that is truly governed by having that transparency. We live in a world of incentivization. We live in a world where people always have their hand out, and we're trying to make sure that everybody feels valued and we listen to what they're saying. It's what's going to bring about the next 100 million devs, the next 100 million retail users into this space. Crypto's Got Talent, episode 2 coming out, token 2049. So let's have a blast, guys.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Midcurved Fireside chat. We are here in a content house and we have a bunch of interesting guests. So yeah, before further ado, I'll get the first guest on because he has to leave. He has to go to the next VC dinner because he is the head of success of Zero G. But welcome, come sit with us.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Great to meet you guys.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
100%.
Welcome. So yeah, I already said what you do and who you are, but I actually want you to tell us what you do and who you are.
So I am the head of success at Zero Gravity Labs, also known as Zero G. We are the largest AI L1 blockchain that's comprised of AI decentralized operating system. Long story short, we provide the necessary infrastructure for low latency, high throughput use cases that isn't just for AI, but for gaming, for DeFi. So virtually what I am doing is I'm helping expand our integrations, ensuring that people have white glove support. And within that infrastructure, we have created these modular services that sit on top of it. That includes decentralized storage, a computation network, and data availability. We are EVM compatible, chain agnostic. So any L1, L2, any dApp can easily integrate in 5 minutes, migrate onto our actual chain to leverage our consensus and execution layer, or plug and play. You need storage for your LLM. It could be used in either unstructured or structured models. And we reduce the cost of your operations dramatically. To store 1 terabyte is about $11. 3-4 years ago, to store a single gigabyte would have cost millions on chain. So what we're trying to do here is have AI become a public good. So think about it. What do you use nowadays? You use ChatGPT, you use Gemini, you use one of these black box services where you don't know how they're leveraging your data. You don't know what they can do, how they can manipulate your build. Let's say you're building an agent. And what we do is provide that transparency, that on-chain attestation that allows you to have that true security and enhanced user experience.
And as a head of success for Zero G, what are you looking for? Like, who are the ideal clients or projects?
So we are looking for anybody who is looking to build within AI, who is looking to have that true configurability within their stack. Virtually, we remove the complexities of leveraging multiple providers because we have this one-stop shop. So removing those unnecessary trust assumptions that come with trying to Frankenstein everything together. When it comes to clients, we are chain agnostic. We are partner agnostic. Everybody is welcome because we don't only provide the actual module services that are demand side integrations, people ingesting storage, compute. We also provide a service marketplace where any organization can actually host their APIs and their services so that our ecosystem has every tool they need in one-stop shop.
I love that so much. So Michael, IoTex and Zero G has a really interesting collaboration that's happening right now called Crypto's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And this is why we like working with you guys so much, is because you're so open to working with anyone in the space. Like you mentioned chain agnostic, and when we try to work with different projects, they're like, oh, we want you to fit in a certain shoebox. We don't want to work with projects who want to do that because we want to make it open. We want to have the best projects involved.
Yes.
And that's why I'm so excited to work with projects like Zero G
Yeah.
and sponsoring season 2 of Crypto's Got Talent. And I can't wait to run episode 2 in Singapore live. Currently, we are live here in Korea. And so, Michael, let's hear a little bit about what your thoughts are on the Crypto's Got Talent thing and the whole collaboration.
Oh, well, Crypto's Got Talent is an incredible way to showcase what is happening within our ecosystem. I know one of our amazing team members who leads some of our strategic partnerships and community development, George, is going to be one of the judges. And it just allows us to really highlight all the amazing work that's being done by builders that sometimes don't get the notoriety. IoTex, Zero G, we have the ability to develop incredible exposure and marketing campaigns because we have a world-class team behind us. But many organizations just don't have that. And this is going to give them the exposure they need to really get the eyes where they need to be, to drive more adoption and to bring knowledge and clarity to their incredible value proposition.
Absolutely. Amazing. I just want to say huge congratulations. This has been an absolutely massive week for you guys.
Yeah.
We've had a Zero G member come and speak at our event, but I know that you guys were just running around this week. Again, huge congratulations. You can announce the news yourself.
Yes. So on Monday, we officially launched our mainnet and we had our TGE. This was from years of hard work and dedication by an absolutely incredible BD team that is made up of some of the most world-class individuals and professionals within the crypto sphere and beyond. I'm coming from 3.5 years of experience as leading success at Chainlink Labs. And we invite as many projects into our space because what our amazing CEO and co-founder, Michael and Rik, has been able to do is create a Web3 family. That's how we look at our partnerships. That's the support we bring. And what I am looking to do is really help any organization become more operationally efficient, become more secure, and be able to leverage simple modular services that are going to be useful for what they need in the moment. We're not like other orgs who are trying to lock you into libraries, who are trying to lock you into certain things. You use what you need when you need it. We help reduce your operational costs, but we give you those deterministic guarantees that only come from having such an incredible smart contract infrastructure. Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually got to know about Zero G first time, I think, around this time in Bangkok last year at DEF CON, where I was leading a panel about decentralized AI with one of the Zero G researchers was on there. Cannot recall the name. But after talking to him backstage, like, I was like, how have I not heard about this project before? This is super cool. He talked about some acquisitions even, I think. And ever since that moment, I start seeing more and more Zero G
Everywhere.
popping up everywhere.
everywhere.
And I think that's also thanks to the BD, the marketing team,
Yeah.
maybe even Kaito leaderboards.
Yes. We had Kaito leaderboards, the Yappers campaign, we had TVL campaigns. Our community is global. We have a huge presence in the, the APAC, especially the APAC region, especially Korea. That's why we wanted to shell out. We were the title sponsor for KBW Impact this past week. We had so many different keynote speeches, and now we're doing the rounds, trying to get to every one of our partner organizations. Right after this, I'm going to be hopping in a cab, heading over to Hack VC to make sure that we're supporting there. But the beauty of what Zero G brings is that community, that camaraderie. And what I do specifically is ensure that you have that white glove service where you're always getting the acknowledgement, the support to ensure that you have frictionless integrations. And then from there, we build out ways of making our communities well-informed of your services and vice versa. It's a symbiotic relationship. And that's the beauty of what we really do. We're flipping the crypto sphere on its head in the sense of we don't see anybody as a competitor. We're all here to create a better future, a digital future that is truly governed by having that transparency and attestation. As I said, we are making AI a public good, and we're excited to work with any single partner who wants to gain exposure and to help us on that mission.
That's awesome. Maybe last question.
Yeah.
If we're looking forward 1 year from now and you look back on that year, what would a successful year look like?
we've already accomplished so much in this past year. We've launched our mainnet. We're building out our entire node and alignment node infrastructure. We're making sure that the community that has supported us across testnet into mainnet has been serviced with the appropriate allocations and airdrops. And believe you and me, we live in a world of incentivization. We live in a world where people always have their hand out, and we're trying to make sure that everybody feels valued and we listen to what they're saying. So across our exchange partners, which we launched with 22 on day one, something that hasn't been
That's a
seen.
lot.
I know, kind of
Wow.
crazy. And now we're just making sure that we have the necessary infra rails in place. So moving forward, what we're really going to do is enable the entire Web3 ecosystem to leverage this and have the most simplistic partnership at the end of the day. And when I say simple, I don't mean it in a sense of it not being deep. I mean it being easy. Ease of use, it's what's going to bring about the next 100 million devs, the next 100 million retail users into this space. You know, I always like to say we are trying to build the most efficient, most modular service that is going to allow everybody to get what they want when they need it.
Man, I love that. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Michael. Let me just get into a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get even into the space?
Oh,
How
wow.
did you even get into zero G? How long you've been into crypto?
Yeah. So I started my journey in 2017. I got bit by the crypto bug when I saw Bitcoin shoot up to 20K for the first time. And I'm a Jersey boy right outside of New York City. So I always wanted to get exposure into stocks, commodities, into that trading realm. But there was always a barrier of entry until there was commissionless trading apps. They were always making it seem like it was the most difficult thing to do. So that's where I fell in love with DeFi and the ICO stage of things, because it really allowed me to be my own, like go on my own mission, learn my own stuff. So over the next 4 years while I was working, in the SaaS space out of San Francisco, I ran myself through what I call the Dressler Crypto School. Watched every Finematics episode under the sun, started understanding core concepts between BTC, EVMs, then starting to, experiment in the yield farming summers with like Yam.finance and Sun.io on the Tron network, then touching, into NFTs with Bored Ape Yop and CryptoPunks. And then, starting to mess around with staking protocols. And in about 2021, I decided that I wanted to dedicate myself to my true passion, which was bringing economic equality and true wealth management to everybody in this world, not just the privileged people that get exposed, but the other 3 billion who only have their cell phone. And now you could have real, true wealth management. So I joined Chainlink Labs as a founding member of the go-to-market team, focusing on that strategic management post-sale. And I helped build that from the ground up from 0 to 1. Helped launch many products, because originally Chainlink started out as a decentralized Oracle network for push-based data feeds, as we all know, powering over 1 trillion in transaction volume across DeFi. And then we rolled out additional services and suites that really served the common good of the Web3 space. So from there, I always was trying to find how to stay on the cutting edge of technology. AI, of course, big buzzwords the last few years, and that's where zero G rides that intersection. And I was lucky enough to work with a colleague, my head of BD, Jake Salerno, who is absolutely an incredible businessman. He has the ability of building partnerships and communicating value propositions. And when there was an opportunity for him to bring me on board as that head of success to really complement and accent and enhance everything he was doing, I jumped at it. It was a no-brainer.
Awesome.
Well, Michael, it's been absolutely incredible talking to you. Thank you so much for telling us about yourself
I appreciate
and
that.
telling us about zero G and how you got to where you're at.
Yeah.
It's really been eye-opening. And again, it's like very excited for our collaboration.
Yes.
And also with Rik being introduced to the fold as well. Been absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm super excited about what we're going to do moving forwards. And really, everybody tune in. Crypto's Got Talent, episode 2 coming out, Token 2049. So let's have a blast, guys.
100%. And congratulations with all this success this week.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you
Mr. Good
both.
Success.
Ah.
Let's
Oh, there we go,
Sweet.
boys.
Awesome.
Dude,
That's great.
that was so organic.